Okay, so this is a very exciting interview, right?
Very
Very
exciting.
exciting. Our first foreign interview.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
First.
This
that's
is first.
that's an honor.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. But it's an honor to be here for
Yes.
us too.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
No, I thank you guys for accepting this. I know you guys have a tight schedule. I know you guys study, right? Uh,
Yeah.
uh, and and you're probably preparing your presentation and stuff, right? So it's a busy schedule. So I thank you guys very much for being so gentle and accepting this interview of this very tiny YouTube channel with Brazilian and Portuguese speakers.
Whoa.
Eu bebo leite.
Ah,
Eu como uma massa. It
well, that
doesn't.
was
I have no idea what she just said.
But eu bebo leite.
Hopefully nothing problematic.
Very good words I said
Okay.
there.
Okay.
I will never translate it to him. Never.
well. So like the first question was actually it kind of you guys already gave me kind of the atmosphere of how you guys work together. So how did you guys meet? Like what was the process? Like how did you create or decide to work with this project?
We were on the Latvian version of X Factor,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't know that we go to the same university.
Yes, I've never. I had seen him like several times, but I never paid attention. And when we went to like this X Factor and singing contest, I saw him and I was like, oh, where did I see this guy? This guy. And then I listened to him singing, and I thought, oh my god, he's the only like my competition. And he's a problem. I know that for sure. And yes.
And then we had like this the chairs or something like that where you get to the finals.
Yeah.
And after the chairs, Katrina like stopped me at the hallway in the academy, and she was like, "Did you get it? Did you get the chair?
For history lesson.
Did you get the chair?" And I said yes, and she was like, "No, no." And then we were like, "We're the only normal ones there," so we were like, "Let's get together."
Okay, there were a lot of normal people. We are the least normal, I think.
Yeah, we were the
maybe.
least normal.
But I really I had a question from like one interviewer, and he was like, but it was a private like interview after the official one, and he's like, oh, who do you like from like X Factor? I was like, oh, I really like Christian. He's like so good at singing and whatever. And then I said a very problematic text like, I could probably even marry him right now on the spot.
But we got married with a candy ring.
Yes, I can't. We got married, and this is the start of Kobra.
Yes, that was the start.
So Gary married with a candy ring. How cool.
Yes, in the final. Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the stage of X Factor.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
No problem for us. winning the singing competition and then marrying. Wow, it was a huge day for us.
Spoiler alert, we didn't win.
Yeah, but it's okay.
That's okay.
Almost won.
Well, that's not bad, right? That's okay. Like at least you guys had the chance to participate. Not many people can sing and get so far, right?
Honestly, we won each other.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Because if we said Katrina was like in the top 3, yes. I was in like top 5, and we said to each other, if one of us had won, then Kobra would have never existed probably.
Yes.
Because
Indeed.
Then, we would have like went our separate ways. So we bonded as losers, the underdogs.
Okay, so we have some comments here already, and I would like to show you guys. Pata is saying hello. I'm excited. I'm a big fan.
Wait, is that?
Oh yeah, Pata.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello to Pata.
I have a feeling Pata is in the other room.
Now Pata Pat is a good friend of yours. Like Pata Pat is a good friend. You know,
Yeah,
it's a good friend. So he's here, you know, celebrating your interview,
yeah.
sending comments.
Also,
And hello Pata Pata. Like he won't be able to hear, but hello. So let's see. My favorite act from Supernova.
oh,
Mm.
this I don't know. Gee.
Oh. Well, it's gonna be even better with the staging. We're telling you. All right,
Also,
we because we have to. Okay, we have to say one thing. We sewed all of our costumes on our own.
Really?
Yes,
yes,
we
and
spent.
designed
Yeah,
everything.
we designed everything. We spent the last 2 weeks. Our academy started this Monday, like the second semester. So we spent the whole like winter break to sew our costumes.
Yes, this is all
But
we did. Mhm. Sorry.
no, sorry. Like you may continue.
Yeah, it's a yes. That's
That's
it.
it. So
Like
just
from the morning till late night.
yeah.
Like what? Usually we came at 11
Yeah,
o'clock
somewhere 11
and
a.m.
went away at
10 p.m.
yes.
when the academy was closing. So
So
just
a full day.
get ready for that. It's very fun.
But I think this is something that is kind of expected because Krishna is it right? Krishna,
Christians.
Christians. You are a designer, right? Like you're studying
Yeah.
on designing, right? So you're probably using your skills to like make
Yeah,
something interesting.
that's what we sort of want Cobra to be, not only as like a music project, but as like a sort of multi-visual and sound project. Because I study fashion design, and then Katrina studies animation and
Yeah.
videography, and then camera work and stuff like that. So we want to like create a bigger world than just music as Cobra.
But this is interesting because that's how I felt when I was checking your Instagram and when I was checking also the image that you created to the cover of your first single and stuff like that. Feels like it's just not about music. You guys have some visual identity too, right?
Yes. The sort of the first idea that came up for our visual identity was the yellow gloves. Now we sort of stepped away from that just for Supernova, but that was like the first idea that we came up with for our first single. It was like these yellow gloves, like that you use to wash dishes with, or that you use
Mhm.
in laboratories.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we don't have.
I'm just looking around. Maybe I can find them. No,
No.
that's a jump.
But yeah, it's like sort of it's a symbol of experimenting with music and with whatnot else. So that's what
Okay.
started it.
So let me see the other comments now. We have some people saying it's an exclusive interview. Hashtag Eurovision saying that. Pata Pata is in the other room, but he's also here.
Please say hello, please. From oh,
Eu bebo leite, I'm screaming. Guys, I couldn't miss this interview for nothing. You're our favorites to win Supernova. Zelts is an amazing, mesmerizing song. We are super rooting for you.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is very good. I think it's very interesting. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it, but in my point of view, I think Latvian is a beautiful language. And this hashtag Eurovision is a page of Portuguese Euro fans. So they do not speak Latvian, but they fully understand like the feeling and the atmosphere of the song and the beauty of the language too. I think that this is something that we should always underline because it feels like I was going to ask you guys later that, but like as we are discussing the language, it feels
yeah.
like Latvia is not a country that really enjoys sending songs in Latvian. I think, if I'm not wrong, you only sent two songs in Latvian, right?
I think there are 3 this year.
In
Like one
Eurovision,
is
like in the history of Eurovision.
oh,
Oh, ugh.
I don't remember even.
I know one. No, I know one which was like Cake to Bake, but it had some English, some Latvian in
Yeah.
there. Um, And then I don't know.
Yeah, because in general, I think Latvian public thinks we will blend in if we like speak English, and more people will understand. We like have this feeling that
I don't know.
no, yeah,
There's just like this. Honestly, writing songs in Latvian, even for Latvians, is a really big sort of like. It's a problem, honestly, in our country because a lot of people feel like, oh, if I write a song in Latvian, then only Latvian people are gonna listen to it, and I won't like branch out. The sort of whole Latvians' identity is about branching out
yeah.
of this small country.
They hope to get in this big like Hollywood name and romanticize the English language.
So that's why a lot of Latvians, especially for the Eurovision Song Contest, write in English in hopes that it will like make it feel more bigger and like it will become popular. But we sort of fell in love with the idea creating Kobra that we were gonna start writing in Latvian and sort of cultivate our language because it is not a lot of people know it in the world, and yeah, that's what it makes it more special. And even then, we translated also in English, so we had to like send in an English sort of lyrics in English too. So that also exists somewhere, but in Latvian it just feels more special to us.
Yeah, it's not just like special. There's nothing like the mother language. Like you can say so much more in your mother language than even if you're a native speaker in English. Like if your English is what's the highest score you can get in the exam? Like C1 level.
C1.
C1. Yeah. Even C1 level can't.
Can
comprehend this.
No, but that doesn't mean that we don't like also writing in English.
Yes. This is what we are doing, right?
Yeah, because I think I saw a comment where somebody from I think America said that the chorus of Zelts sounds like it's English in reverse, and we were like, huh. And we saw in our Spotify for artists that a lot of people from the UK and from the USA also listen to it, and we were a little shocked about that.
It's almost the same as like Latvia.
The amount of listeners.
Yes.
So we decided that, hey, let's maybe write 2 tiny songs in English that are gonna come out like at some point. Just so we also they have like a little lollipop.
Okay, well, this is interesting because I was, if you ask me, like Dons, he did qualify last year to the final. It was like huge surprise, and we were also happy because Latvia needed this qualification. And like in my point of view, the song was much better in Latvian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
In my point of view, I think that in Latvian it was like, wow, perfect. And like even like there were, what's the name of that? It's a TV show. I won't be able to pronounce it correctly, so I won't say it. It's feels like some sort of festival, and he was taking part, and Used was also taking part. Aya Andreeva was also taking part, and he took part with the song in Latvian. And there was like an orchestra, live band, like a stage. It feels like a Supernova ish. It's some sort of competition.
No, because he was there. No, he was there.
Yeah, he was there. It was like this year?
No, it was last year.
Oh, last year. Can't remember this show.
It's I won't remember, but anyway, he when he was performing it, like he was using these red lights and stuff, and it felt very, I don't know, it just felt very Latvian, and I really liked it.
Oh.
So we have here Pata Pata is admitting he's a stalker.
Thank you, Pata Pata, for wow, she is
very Twitch.
My jaw twitch very much every second when I listen to Zelts. It's a very good song.
But she really likes it.
Oh, you're so very.
Sorry.
Thank you.
And it seems that Rita is saying hello.
Oh my god, hello. Like tiny little hands.
So, what does Kobra mean? I know that comes from your names, But why did you decide to create this specific name? Because like in English it means snake, and it actually in Portuguese is cobra with a C. It's snake, so it's a
Yeah.
little funny.
I mean, yeah, it comes from our name, from our surnames,
Mhm.
like the first syllables. But we were experimenting with many sort of
Yeah.
ideas that form out of our names and surnames, and Cobra was just the one that's like, oh, it makes the most sense, and because it is a snake, also we're a little
Yeah, it's in
feisty.
Latvian. It's also a
It's
snake,
literally
Um,
the snake with the K and everything.
and it looks almost like my hair.
ah,
Usually, I usually do like two of these braids, and it's like,
Yeah.
and it makes also two Ks.
Oh
But
my
I
god.
can't find the logo. We also made a logo to describe why our name is Cobra. Hi, Krishan, you took away
Wait,
every
I know where
sticker.
it is. I know.
You took every sticker from me. But yeah, it's like also Cobra was mm, kā pateikt, pietiekami bīstams, lai mums neuzbruktu.
Like sort of things, a little dangerous.
Yeah, a little dangerous, so people know
uh,
us.
yeah, people cannot mess with you guys, right? That was nice.
Yeah,
Nice idea.
we can't
We
find.
can't find the stickers of our logos,
Sorry.
but whatever.
Who's
So you guys
interested?
could. I beg your pardon.
If you are interested to see your logo, DM us in the Instagram and we will give you.
Thank you. That would be not. That would be awesome. So I would like to ask you guys, how is the studies going, right? Because you're preparing. I'm not sure if you guys are in the, because here in Brazil, like we most of the schools are in a break, and we are going back like in March and February.
Whoa.
Oh,
So yeah, that's how it
Really?
works here.
No?
yeah. Well, we just started our like
Yes.
Semester.
yeah. So it was a little bit stressful at the beginning because we had to send in the song and it was like the finals for us. We had to prepare every work for our like status
For like
Asian
qualification.
exhibition. Yeah, and then it was a little bit stressful because we had to like we have a schedule in which we had to like send in the materials, like the song, the back, the vocals,
The vocals.
the staging and stuff like that. And parallel to that, we had like studies. But now, in the Christmas time, we had time to relax and think of this supervision.
Supernova. Supernova.
Supernova. So it's not that stressful right now.
Oh, so you're doing fine, right? You're
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
Good to know. So, what about your first single? It's called Let's see if I
Eyes the
uh, As Biede
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
You're very good.
in
You're
Latvian. Yeah.
Latvian. Yes.
See,
Wow.
I have a Latvian heart deep inside. Uh, so like it's a very beautiful song. It's a very interesting song. But did you guys consider it for Eurovision, or it was just the first single that you wanted to release? How was the clip thought? Because it's a very interesting video clip too. How was the process of it?
I am so happy right now.
Yeah, we love the choose out the video. So after the X Factor, there was like this thing where all of the sort of finalists had this idea in their head that okay, it ended I think in late December, and everyone was like, okay, on February we released the first single. Like everyone thought that, and we were like, we thought that too. We were like, okay,
Yes.
on February 1st we're releasing Cobra's first single, because we had finished it, writing it, in like also during the winter break, just like now.
Yeah.
And but the production process took a really long time because we went back and forth with many directions. Like we thought of like we had like this house version of the song, and then we couldn't find what is our like sort of vibe, I guess. And then we found it. It was sort of like this weird, almost like folk pop ish, as the sort of instrumental. And so yeah, it took sort of these 5 months to curate the production.
Yes.
So we released it only in the summer. But while that was being done, we wrote like 7 more songs in Latvian that we have yet to produce, and we like um, still went on to play them during the summer. And the video it was funny because the video came before the song was done.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
in our academy there's the carnival
Every year.
every February, and we were like, let's film the video there. And Katrina was like, but we don't have like
We don't have a song.
we don't have like the track. We know the lyrics and the melody and everything, but we don't have the track. And we were just like, you know what, we'll figure that out later.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So we dressed up. We took my father's old like dash cameras for the cars.
Yeah.
You know, the oldest ones you can think of. I can't also find them. I think I can find everything, but it's not here. And we like filmed it on a tiny lens and improvised everything. And when we like montaged it, it was perfect.
yeah, it was crazy. It like all of the pieces
Like
sort of
we
fell
knew
together.
it all along. It's like better than we could imagine, you know. And the song is about after X Factor. There were a lot of like
Interesting
strange
fans.
strange fans and attractions and stuff like that. Like people were inviting like on dates and stuff like that. But there was one specific guy that took it to the next level. He was very, very like
Very suspicious.
Whoa, suspicious. He promised the whole world, and so the song is
About scaring him away.
Oh.
Yeah, so I scare away.
we're saying like, oh, I hope I could scare you away, please, and then describing the situation a little bit. Like the first verse is, oh, you stopped at the green light, because that's a real situation.
Yeah,
He stopped at the green light and said, do you see? I've never done this for any other girl.
the way we
You're very special.
the way we literally wrote it is like Katrina was telling the story that she had on this date, on this horrible date, and I was like, hold that thought. I was like writing everything down, and we were like, okay, look, these are gonna be great lyrics, and then we figured it out that way.
Also, that person was very angry that I wrote music with Christians, because he's also a music. Well, I'm telling everything.
Too much.
Yes, tea time. But here, we also sent it to him. He really likes it.
Well, does he know the background story? Or he would know for if he watched this interview?
Yes.
No, Katrina told him everything.
Yeah, I told him everything. You're so childish. I like the song. It's not my group, but I like the song.
Well, okay. Well, it must be a little bit scary because Latvia is not a big country, right? So, like here in Brazil, like you can run away, like you can disappear, you can move for another state. But like Latvia is very tiny. Like, where would you go in these situations?
Yeah, it just sort of stops because we're like, okay.
You know what happens? Have you seen Black Mirror? There's like this one episode. Oh, perfect. There's like this one episode where they can like block people, and so the people see like blurry or like static images.
Yes.
So that's what happens in Latvia.
Yeah,
you don't run away. You just like block someone.
You block, and they are like, no. It at first it doesn't work, but once you like ignore them for a time, we have some respect for ourselves.
Yeah,
so.
But then it's like weird because you see each other in the same events or something,
Yeah, but
But
this is
you don't talk to each other at all.
sorry.
Well, I think that's a good strategy because it works.
Yeah. I mean, you sort of feel out the people, and if there's like a weird vibe, then it's like
Also, you can just bleach your eyebrows and nobody will like remember you. Nobody recognizes me on the street. Nobody.
screaming.
Even my teachers. What the hell? I, I was saying, hi, my teacher. He's like, who are you? I'm like, Katrina. See?
I cannot.
My all I have lost is just a little brow. Do you remember? Oh, this is you. Yeah, no problem. Here in Latvia, if you bleach your eyes, you're
Yeah.
laughing.
Then you're blocked by everyone.
Yeah, so that's my strategy.
Oh no.
I love it. I'm laughing so much.
Sorry, he's not laughing.
So, so bleaching your eyebrows is a
Yeah.
great strategy. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Maybe we can
For
work
real.
it out if I want to, because
Yeah, once you get too famous, just bleach them.
guys, I'm so sorry, but you guys are so funny.
you when you
Uh,
laugh, very good.
okay. Okay, so there's another question here. It's about your side projects. Of course, you guys are doing stuff without your like without each other. Like you have separate projects. You are studying different courses. Your or majors. I'm not sure how you guys call it in Latvia, but major, right? Major is possible, right?
Mhm.
So you're studying different majors, and even though you guys spend a lot of time together, how are you guys doing individually? Like to like have your separate time to do your own stuff, because Eurovision is very intense. This is something that the artists tend to talk a lot. Like even if you do not go to Eurovision, like everything before it is still very tiring and stressful. And like as a duo, you guys have to spend a lot of time together. So how are you guys, keeping yourselves out of this process and working with your side projects and routines?
Honestly, whenever I go home, I'm just like in shutdown mode. I like shut down. I literally play my stupid little video game. I eat whatever is in the fridge, and it's usually just like slices of cheese or like candy. And then I go to bed, and then I reset, and then I wake up until I have to like go out of the house. I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing if I have like free time because I have no idea what to do in my
Yeah, but how do you manage like your study
free
work?
time. Well, when I'm in the academy, I have like it's like an intense workout. I like
Oh,
do everything
so you do
there.
everything there.
Yeah, and then I go home and just like until I have to leave the house.
For me, it's like I mostly at the start we have to think of the ideas, so it's like 24/7 for me. Even well, when I'm with Christians, like writing music and stuff, I try to like shut it down, but it's somewhere in the background. So I do it 24/7, even when I'm asleep. I talk in my sleep for my work, but I love doing the art I do because like animating is just drawing very much. It's very meditative. And what else? What else?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just have very very cool courses like sound design where I can sing. I love that so much. Uh, then like photography.
Yeah.
Also, I like blend it also with Cobra stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, we sort of this semester we honestly tried to see where we can put our like Kobra projects, how we can intertwine it with our studies. I think that's where we're sort of heading because we finish our studies like not this year but next year.
Yes.
And then and that's when we know that we're gonna have like the most time to like
Mhm.
make our own stuff. So we're
Mhm.
sort of trying to create this seamless transition to just being like just doing Cobra stuff. Um,
Mm.
Yeah, but once Cobra started, it just naturally came in the
Into
everyday
your lives, right?
process and the studies. It just came naturally, and everybody understands because it
Mhm.
just it like
yeah, people like
consumes a little bit.
and the teachers also in Latvia are very like open to the idea that you start branching out already
Yes,
in the academy or university, so they're really forthcoming to that.
It's nice. That sounds good, guys. It feels good. Like so it feels like that you guys have a lot of support from the outside, right?
Mhm.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Very much support. I think.
Very, yeah. We had like our favorite gig was literally the one where it was like most of like sort of my people that I knew
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
in the um how would you say it in English?
Zeus
Yes, it was the event was called
poetry.
Zest Kusnachts. In English, it would be like Poetry Midnight.
Yeah,
It
poetry.
was like
Mhm.
this rave with music with poetry event where like there it was like sectioned and uh the one like section was our concert and it was like filled with people that we knew like our friends and stuff and that was the most fun concert because they were so supportive like they even remembered one of the songs names. It was the first time they were hearing the songs, so it's like they were probably listening to it like some youngins again with some weird music, but they remember like one of the
And
names
demanded
and
it.
demanded it again.
Yeah, a repeat. Wow.
That was like that was a crazy moment.
Also, a crazy moment. We debuted in the biggest
Oh
like
yeah.
arena in Latvia. Well, it was not our solo project. It was for like floorball game. You know, not hockey, but just
Like this
floorball.
ball,
Yeah.
plastic ball with
Yeah.
holes in it.
And they like invited. Do you have something to sing? And we just sang in the
The
arena.
biggest arena in Latvia.
That was very fun. Ah, and also we sung in
In Norway.
Norway.
Oh my god. Yes, we had the chance to sing in Norway too.
Like
For
in 1 year, guys. That's a lot.
Yeah,
it's
everything just came very fast,
yeah.
and I like it very much.
But you I had to say this again. I'm sorry. Wait, what was it? The prize for heroism is rarely rest.
Yeah.
It is.
You heard that. So yeah, so
Yes.
that's like, we're always just tired.
Something that I find interesting is the picture that you guys selected, the art of the picture that you guys selected for Spotify. It's like those, with the teeth, you guys looking like vampires. And I was wondering, this question was not even the schedule, but it feels like asking. I feel like asking you guys that. Do you like horror films? Because you guys seem to be this kind of people that watch horror films, and you know,
We went to a sort of horror film
Yeah.
together. I mean, I like horror films.
I watched a lot of horror films when I was very young. Now I don't because I think they are not. I just love florally things and love. Love. I want to see only love and laugh. But
But
when I was young, I just watching
yeah,
only horror, only.
that's why it
So
sort of
it stuck.
made sense that it's our first thing. Like it's the beginning. It's always the beginning. But actually, our inspiration for the cover pick was oh my gosh, was
it's
this
a cat. Oh my God, Lord. Yes. Oh
Katrina showed me this picture and I was like, that's gonna be our
Yep.
cover. And my father, I showed my father this picture and he was like, oh my god, my son has turned into a Satanist. And I was no, it's a friendly little cat.
It is a
Um,
friendly little cat.
But also, he said like that we look like vampires or something. So we made sure to wear silver jewelry in the picture so that you can tell that we're not vampires because vampires would burn with the silver jewelry. So we're just friendly little kittens.
Much. Like it must be like okay. So I'm gonna ask you guys something. Oh, Jesus, because it feels like you guys have too many ideas, and probably people outside of your world, like me, we have. It's difficult for us to keep track to your like thoughts and stuff like that. So like you both have this very same way of thinking, and you connected through that, but how does it exactly work? Because I'm actually getting
I'm not
curious
sure.
about this performance. How is it going to work? Because you guys have so many ideas and you are so creative.
You know what? It's funny because on so many levels where we think the most opposite. There was this this glasses gate, let's call it that. One of my friends sent, she was trying these new pairs of prescription glasses. She sent like three different versions. And she was like, which ones do you prefer? So I decided that like there was like the third one was my favorite, or the first one. But I immediately, when I saw those pictures, I was like, the middle one sucks. I hate it. And then I was like, you know what? Let me ask Katrina, just like to see which ones do you prefer. And Katrina
The
was
middle
like,
one.
the middle one. And I hate the first and the third one. And then we had like this whole discussion about it. And then a lot of things. There was like also like the candy. We were tasting these chocolates.
Oh,
Katrina
yeah,
had
yeah,
these
yeah,
chocolates. And she was like, you're probably gonna like the second one better. So and I was
So
like,
save it for last.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'll save it for last. So I ate the first one, which was like this pink yogurt cherry whatever, and I was like, this
it's the best
this
candy.
this ate. And then
I didn't really like it. That's why.
yeah, and then I was like the second one, instantly I hated it. I was like, this is disgusting.
Apparently, he doesn't like toffee.
But so it's weird. And like the music, I think is the only sort of the
Connection.
action where everything just all of the opposite is like here,
Yeah.
but then we meet.
It
in the
blends
music.
seamlessly. It's like we don't even have to talk. Everything just happens so naturally.
Yeah.
The way we write words in some cases
Oh, yeah.
is like he sings gibberish, and I'm like, whoa, these are the best lyrics. How did you come up with it? I didn't say anything.
I'm like, what did you hear? And she says these lines, and I'm like, yes,
Yes,
these are gonna be the ones. It's really weird, but I think that's why the balance that we hate almost everything else about the preferences, so we can like have a very good connection.
Mhm. Yeah. So the differences, like through the differences, you guys can create something very interesting, right? So, let me ask you something because are you guys Eurovision fans, or you just know the contest, or how did you guys s- decide to go to Supernova? Was it a dream, or is it something that somebody suggested you guys?
I think that this was the perfect next step for our career.
I agree.
Can't lay low in Latvia. We have to almost every
It's true.
second be in the television if we want to succeed in like music industry. Because if nobody sees you, you are irrelevant.
Yeah, that's how it works here, honestly enough.
Yeah. If people see you in television, it's almost like they don't care if it's good or bad. If it's good, it's a bonus. Like if your music is good. So if you are in television, you are relevant and you get invited to like certain events, which I love. I love to sing for like crowd. That's what I am hoping for. Also this.
Yeah, and also it was just really exciting because in X Factor we like had to sing other people's songs, we
Yes.
sang covers, so it was like so refreshing to like show again, be on television, but this time with something that we created and we wrote. And so then people would be like, I hate this song, so I hate this performance. Now, you know, if they hate the song, then it's on us, not on like the cover or whatever. So I don't know, it just feels a lot safer.
Mhm.
It's
It's
like,
like, okay, so now it rests in our hands whether people like.
and also we want to branch out into the world because I
Mhm.
think, yeah, this that is like what I want. Sorry.
And I think that maybe you guys, this is something that I keep wondering because when it comes, this is something interesting about the fact that it's not just in Latvia, but I think everywhere. If you are not on media, people are going to forget you eventually. But something that I keep wondering is like, um, there will be a certain moment when globalization is going to allow people to have contacts with different languages in different music industries. And like for instance, I when I was learning English, I was like very young, and I used to listen to a lot of music in English. Nowadays, I rarely listen to music in English
Mm.
because other languages tend to sound more interesting for me, like when it comes to music. So do you think that there will be a point like that people are actually going to appreciate your music the way it is like in Latvian? Because for instance, not many people knew Korean a couple of years ago, and now
Yes,
Korean music is extremely popular, right?
I think yes.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
just has to like sound good.
mm.
Because that's also for me. Like I listen to Indian, to African music, to like every.
Yeah, at some point, the idea of English being sort of the universal language for music just becomes really tired.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's why that was another reason why we were in Latvian, because we saw like other countries are sending in songs for Eurovision in their, you know, own language. So why can't Latvia? Like that's just a little weird. So we're trying to normalize it too by writing in Latvian.
And
And
when I hear like English songs in Eurovision, it gets very tiring because the lyrics are lazy most of the time. Yeah, I better not understand and just hear your soul.
yeah, I think I mean, why sort of the English language has become sort of the universal because, those, I guess USA and the UK were sort of the industries that like put the most effort into like putting their music out, no, for their artists, and I think the other countries, especially in Europe, are only sort of now trying to do it, sort of showing like their own languages and songs. So I think it's just a matter of time where the English will, sort of be leveled with all of the other
Yeah, I'm an English teacher actually, and
languages.
yeah, I teach in a university here, and like we were discussing this in class, and we have been discussing on concepts such as translanguaging, which like the idea now is like to allow people to use their own language while they are learning a second language or a third language. So some sort of creating in the classroom an atmosphere that celebrates the diversity of the world and celebrating other languages. And even when we compare like English to other languages, it's more likely that people are going to memorize stuff and learn it, and they're going to learn other languages, and they're also going to be able to learn English too.
Yeah. Also, just an FYI, English teachers were always my favorite in school.
Oh,
Yeah, always the best classes, the most fun time. We had like my favorite was like in I guess middle school, right? Like from 10th to 12th grade.
oh,
That was I had this best English teacher. She always said we had like classes on Monday. She would always say Monday is fun day, and from now on, Monday is no problem for me because it's fun day.
well, I had not so good experience with my English teacher because she said that I am mentally ill and I will never pass my exam. But I aced my exam, and she was like, she was very surprised. How did you do that? Sorry? Did you? Yes.
Well, so I would like to know a little bit about Zelts. Is it the correct pronunciation? Zelts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, was it the first choice for Supernova? Did you send other songs, or was this the one that you wanted to compete with?
This was the one that we wrote especially for Supernova because
Mhm.
uh, we wanted to send in a different song that we had already written, but we realized that we had performed it through summer, so we technically can't send it in, even though it's not released anywhere. So we were like, oh, it was like September, and the deadline was like at the end of October, and we were like, no way do we have to rush a song right now. So um, we sort of decided that we were going to meet like every Sunday, and that became like a ritual for the songwriting process. And yeah, I just had actually made music for like my friend's podcast. It was like the first time I actually tried it to do seriously on like GarageBand, because Katrina has been always doing it on GarageBand.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, also I have to like keep up with her. And then, then it was like the music for like his podcast was really successful, and I like did it by layering guitars, like guitar strumming, acoustic guitar, just like recording it on my phone. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with the same method. If it was successful, just like going the same method for this song. And that's how we just sat in like the kitchen, we recorded the guitars, and that became like the base, the sort of the foundation of the song.
Yeah,
And
because this was the time that where we realized that we can also start
yeah, that we
producing
can,
our songs.
that we
Like,
should also start sort of feeling independent in our production process, because for Ice that our very dear friend and producer Patrick Spitanex, he produced the track, but it was always a dream for us to also have this
yeah,
skill. So now we were like, this is sort of the chance to like try it, and then we created like the demo. Mm, and we knew that we were writing for Supernova. With that in mind, we were thinking what is sort of the message that we want to say, and we landed on Oscar Wilde's fairy tale,
Oh
uh,
my God! Yes.
The Happy Prince, and it's this the whole
I
idea
want.
of the golden statue and where are you going?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I am here. Yes, I want to
the
show him
golden.
our little studio.
Yes. And there, it's the whole story about the golden statue and the swallow and the relationship. So whole song is about their relationship, and yeah, and that's when we also sent the demo to Patrick's, and then he finished it with the drums and the um, his little flourishes, because the violins, Katrina played in the violins.
Ah.
Was me. Oh,
Yeah.
so I can show you
Sure.
our little beautiful studio setup that we had.
Sure.
Here is the guitar we played. Wait, this is the light we use. Like this is a microphone I got from my dear friend. She gifted it to me. We have a tiny this, blah, blah, blah. And this is how it works.
That's where the magic works, right?
Yes. And headphones change from time to time. At first, I had the funniest headphones. Like where are they? Why can't I find anything in my room? It's non-existent anymore. Sorry.
You guys have to write a song about not finding anything in this room. I
For
think it's
real. Oh my
But
god.
this is only my problem. I can't find my keys. I can't find my phone.
I always joke about this. Katrina has like these. She has like these times during the night where she starts scratching her thighs
Wow.
and just feeling like she needs to like throw everything like on a huge pile in her room.
Yeah. One time I said, "Oh, Christians, you can come because
Yeah,
I
you can.
have such a
And I was like,
mess."
I'm used to like messes. Like it's no
Yeah, he
problem for me.
thinks he's
I
used to
opened
mess.
the door. I couldn't see the color of her floor. Everything. It was like liminal spaces where this
But no
childhood
problem.
like this ball pit, but the balls are like clothes and weird thingamabobs.
Like weird things, just weird. That's why I'm looking for everything in this interview.
She had like scissors on the floor, like makeup like crushed on the floor. Just
Sorry, because it just, that was my favorite eyeshadow, and when I was meeting Rishan, that was not that time.
no, but
My eyeshadow crushed when my room was completely clean. I just didn't want to throw it out because it was so beautiful. It was like pink shimmer, and I bought it from when I was flying from Poland to Latvia, and it just suddenly crashed in my hands. So I just put it on the floor
a tiny
to remember.
crumb.
To remember. But then Christian said enough, and I just threw it out.
Destroy a
problem.
little memory.
Yes.
I mean, it was. I was always like,
My sanctuary.
it was in my sitting spot. I have like a designated sitting spot in Katrina's room,
Should we?
and I was like, "I'm gonna sit
Should
here,"
we
and Katrina was like,
show
"No, it's messy," and I was like, "I'm gonna clean it up."
Well,
I
that
really
that that can also be a song about the mess, like opening the door and not being able to see the floor. It sounds like a scary experience.
Oh,
Lighting.
the lighting, the lighting.
The
Have to
lighting.
look good.
See?
Oh. So, so the thing is, what do you think about the other competitors? Like we have quite a lot of diversity. In my opinion, this is the best supernova in years. If you ask me, and I follow it closely, like it's one of my favorite selections. So
Uh,
will you guys have some people like Tau Tomatoes, the
oh,
Ludwig, oh my god, I keep forgetting the name of the band that took part in Eurovision
oh,
2022.
Citizani.
T
Citizani.
Citizani, yeah, exactly. That's the name of the band. So it's a lot. So how do you feel about the competition this year? Even though you guys are one of the favorites, right?
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we
You.
were very upset when we saw the contestant list because we were like, okay, finally we've gotten away from the X Factor,
Yes.
and then we see like 10 people from the X Factor, and we were like, not again. I mean, I
so
was
it's a party for us.
So it's a party.
Everybody, we know everybody in this building.
yeah. I mean, I was joking after X Factor finished that I was like, oh, if X Factor All Stars ever comes up, we're going. This is the X Factor All Stars, and I mean, for me, my favorite songs are I really like Sadzayut. I really like Sadzayut. Honestly, and we also like Marcus.
Marcus Rio. Well, we like
Marcus
also
Riva.
Marcus Riva. Can you sing the song?
Something bigger than this.
Bigger than this.
Which one are you saying? Marcus.
I think everybody is going to like vote for Tautomates and Citizen because everybody just with them.
Hmm. Well, we never know, guys. We never know. It might be a surprise. And in the end, the beating odds believe that the Ludwig is winning.
Oh.
You see,
Oh.
but we never know, guys. We never know. Last year, no, almost I think Latvia was the only country that had like a predicted winner. Most of the countries selected songs that would surprise the Eurovision fans, and people
How,
really like their song.
how do these predictions work? Do you know?
I think it's more like the feelings of the fans and the voting of the fans. It's a bit, how can I say, it's not very trustful
Oh.
because like most of the Eurovision fans are, they have like this point of view when it comes to music that's very specific, and it usually doesn't mirror what is actually happening in the countries. So, for instance, maybe
That is so
Oh.
true. You know, it's interesting. I feel like mm, I think I saw like sort of opinions that like made me think this way. But the songs that like the Eurovision fans love, for example, especially in our selection, don't match up with the songs that like our country, the people in our country that they like. So it's like it's weird because to get in Supernova, you sort of have to like write a song that like the 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 Eurovision fans are gonna like because the jury is like they follow like the Eurovision fan predictions or whatever. But then when the Latvians hear the selections, they're like, we like the ones that are like in Latvian or whatever. But then I saw like some people were like, but I can't really understand it and whatever. So it's honestly it's like it's hard to please everyone.
Mhm. Mm.
It's very
So yeah, that's why it's unpredictable. Like we do not know.
Are those
Uh,
like sweepstakes? People bet money on them,
People
or
beat money. People beat money.
what?
crazy.
Where's my money though? Where's my money?
I can check which position you guys are in.
Wait, I'm
I
quite.
can. Do you want to see?
I don't.
In the beating odds, you guys are
Okay.
not bad. Not
Mm,
bad.
Okay.
You guys are 80th
Well,
among
it's
20. That's not bad.
really nice actually.
mhm.
That's not
Hey,
bad.
Mm.
80th. And in the
It's
like
a
there's
good
also
number.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
in
good number. And there's a poll here in this specific site, and you guys are one, two, three, four, fifth.
whoa.
That's very good. That's
Yeah.
because and you don't want to be first because usually the Eurovision favorites do not win. So you
That's
guys
true.
are in a safe spot.
Oh,
Yeah. I also is I think I saw the sort of opinions that are like unsure of Zelts are like the ones that they're missing like an extra element, which I think perhaps the performance will like add because we also really we worked pretty hard. I don't know.
So this is actually my next question. I want you guys to share a bit of information about this performance. Of course, you want to
Ooh.
keep it a bit
we can.
secretly, but some details.
Hmm.
We can show you boots. I got.
Yes, please.
No. Yes.
Will she able to find it?
Oh, I was trying to find like the
Second hand.
yeah
No.
at second hand shops because I don't know if like my style doesn't show up in like these H&M's and fast fashion
Oh.
stores.
Mhm.
So I tried to find. I think you're not freezing. So and I found in Latvia we have Andele,
Um.
which is
Yeah.
almost like a second hand shop, something like Depop, where people
Yeah,
just
I
put
got it.
and stuff.
Mhm.
And with Krishans, we started saying, I am open to have a blessing in my life,
An unexpected
unexpected
blessing.
blessing. And I was trying to find these shoes, and I can't find, and I'm quite stressed because Krishans is waiting for me. He has his shoes, what I'm going to wear,
Yeah, I was like, you
and
have to find the shoes.
boom!
Oh, this is cool. Wow.
Those are
Yes.
And I found a new Dr. Martens
like
for
worn once or whatever.
yeah for like
€50.
I was so happy. Thank you, universe.
Also,
It will go well with the
yeah, with the look.
maybe maybe you're a little bit scared, but don't worry, okay? Do not worry.
Also, okay, another sneak peek. I will show you like a picture of our like inspo to the performance.
Oh my
Yes.
God, that's exciting. Yes, that would be
So
nice.
this picture is like this is
When you will see it, you will understand
you'll
everything.
understand it.
Yes.
So this is this picture.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I expected for you guys, actually. because like yeah, like there is some sort of connection between you that like I was able to see while seeing the video, while seeing your pictures on Instagram. Like there is really something, you know, I don't know, just some beautiful connection that like
Aw.
makes me, yeah, it makes me feel excited to see what you guys have in the bag for next. And so after Supernova, do you guys plan to release an album or an EP?
Yes.
We expect to release everything, but
Yeah.
we have to work a lot. Like
We
so
wanted
much
to.
work.
We wanted to release those two like English songs like before the Supernova, but we didn't manage to do that. So those are gonna come out. I don't know whenever, but like before the summer, I think. But besides that, Cobra. The idea of Cobra was always like that. It's gonna be an album, like the project, and then we'll see what happens after that. But we always have the idea of that it's gonna be an album. And right now I mean, we have enough songs to do it, but we're still like we're feeling out with the time how like our opinions change and whatnot.
Okay, so just to wrap things up, do you have a message for the Portuguese speakers that are watching this video? People from Brazil and Portugal.
Um,
I would really like to come to
yeah,
Brazil.
that I'm jealous of your weather.
Oh yes,
First of all, here it's just gray pavement, gray skies, gray buildings.
I recently was in Portugal. I love the way you present yourself. I don't know if I can say it like for everybody, but every Portuguese
Yes, I will say
person.
like keep the joy. I think especially like Brazilians are like crazy happy, I think. And
Yes.
I that's what's missing here. I want them to be like so happy that we get the energy here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Finland once. Finland is a bit different, but it feels like that this part that it's a bit colder. People are a bit more, you know.
Yeah,
People, am I,
Finland. I heard that Finland is the most boring country to live in because everyone is so correct there. No one will ever walk on a red light. Like no one will ever jaywalk in Finland.
yeah, and my friend was telling me like you should be careful because people are not going to understand your sense of humor and you can get stabbed. She was telling me that.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
like, well,
I am very bubbly and like hysterical most of the time. I did not get stabbed. The most in Latvia you will get is like angry stares maybe. But even if we look angry, we really like positivity.
Yeah, we're just blending in.
We're
Help us.
yeah, we're blending
guys, thank you so much for this interview. Thank you so much for being so generous and sharing with us your art because it was very interesting to know how you guys think, like your ideas, your plans. It's extremely I think it's very generous of you. Like that this is the word. Like I cannot find that synonym for that. It's just basically you're being very generous to share your process, your ideas, what is behind your music. It's just so beautiful to see that. Like I teach literature, so we are always trying to see what the authors are having behind the letters, behind the text, and it's nice. It's delightful to see your thoughts behind the music and the people that are behind the songs. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you for our debut on the foreign channels.
Okay, so just to let you know, we have some comments here that I would like you guys to read because they are in Latvian probably.
Oh,
Oh my god.
aw.
Aw. Oh my gosh.
They are saying that we are
They were wonderful.
wonderful.
Very wonderful.
Goodbye. Hmm.
We have another one here.
It says
This is
I didn't
understand
but
anything.
I love.
but
It
it
sounds
sounded
good.
great.
And we also had another one here. Hi, good luck in Supernova. You both was my favorite in X Factor, and I'm happy listening to your beautiful voices together. Oh, that's nice.
So cute.
We have some hearts here from Samu. We have hashtag Eurovision having
Oh,
fun. Pata Pata is saying this is no problem about something that we said before. And hashtag Eurovision saying that you're both diamonds. Thank you, son. You great interview.
Oh, wow.
Thank you guys. So I hope you guys do well and goodbye.
goodbye. It was
Goodbye.
a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure to